Welcome to Community Chat for July 14th. We wanted to give a couple quick updates on what everyone's been working on here lately. And we've got several things we've been focused on amidst the summer that is underway. Primarily, it's been 8.1, 8.2 preparations. We've got several improvements in the CLI, some new additions that'll be coming. Also NativeScript Tailwind that's been in the works that'll be prepared and probably go alongside 8.2. We've also been updating the Android and iOS V8 engines to the latest, and that is planned for 8.2 release likely in August sometime. There's been several also bug fixes with iOS, and I'll mention those next in terms of the details of what's been looked at there. There's also been another revamping of some source control around the UI Pro Suite, which I'll touch on here. And additionally, we want to add that the Professional Services Summit, which is scheduled at the end of this month, July, we'll make mention of that. So first up, the NativeScript CLI is going to get a new command called NS Typings. For those that might be familiar, there is a global environment variable you can set called TNS TypeScript Declarations Path, and it would allow you to generate typings for iOS, for example. This will be a broad, convenient command where you can invoke that and generate typings for your project at any time. It'll also be flexible in the sense that you can use it to generate types for different plugin integrations. So all in all, a really welcome, nice addition that's really been long overdue. Also some path handling issues that we've also found with some other edge cases with the CLI dealing with different environments. There's also a really nice fix for a race condition that was posted from a contributor related to the iOS inspector. So that's all coming with 8.1 and 8.2. Next up is the iOS runtime. So as mentioned, there are some edge cases and memory leak fixes that we've been working on for some time. One of the broader goals of this summer was to dive deeper into the iOS runtime and really try to work through remaining things there while also updating it to the latest V8 engine. There's one that we know of, pretty well known, a promise-related crash that we've been looking at. There is a pull request that combines some of those latest changes. This is ongoing and work in progress, but if you're curious to follow along with any of it, it is up on this draft pull request, and there will be more work done there in over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Beyond iOS, we're also testing with the Xcode beta. So there's an Xcode, I believe it's Xcode 13 beta 2. Is out now, so we're doing some passes with that and preparing that for 8.1 or 8.2, whichever it coincides. We're trying to get 8.1 in by the end of the month and 8.2 in August, prior to working on a broader pass of 9. So that is what's going on with the iOS runtime. What I mentioned related to the Pro UI suite, there are many people out there who still use the UI Pro suite plugins. These are things like NativeScript UI Side Drawer, UI List View, UI Calendar. We're revamping the source management of that. It is private source only, and it will always remain private source due to several contractual obligations. But we do want to continue to maintain certain patches on that. For people that still use those, that have projects relying on it. We'll probably continue to do that throughout the course of the year and probably some into 2022. We have been suggesting people use the alternatives on NativeScript Community, which there is a UI Side Drawer alternative and a collection view alternative to list view as well. So definitely take a look at those and try using alternatives that are in NativeScript Community. And over time, more will appear there as we slowly move away from UI Pro Suite plugins. But again, we use the UI Suite plugins in several of our own projects, and we will continue to do so for some time while we move that direction. So mainly the revamping of the source management is to try to make dealing with fixes and enhancements a bit easier. Lastly, the Professional Services Summit is slated for the end of this month, July. It is an invite only, considered private meeting. And this is offered to anyone who does NativeScript professional services for clients currently. You can still join on this professional services link. There is a form you can fill out, and we'll send some of the details that we've already shared with people probably into this week or first part of next week for anyone else that still joins. So we are kind of monitoring to see who else may join that between now and the time of that, but it is scheduled for the 26th, a Monday, 28th, a Wednesday, and 29th is a Thursday. And those are the updates for July. And amidst the summer, of course, several engineers across the TSC have taken scheduled vacations. And amidst all the time off, I'd say for several members, there is this broad focus on the runtimes and specifically bringing several things up to date as we gear into the end of the summer and ramp things up quite a bit more. So thanks for listening, and we wish everyone a good rest of the week, and we'll see you guys in August.